What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 29 of the EntirelyX Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Spindler. Gamertag is soon to be changed, but for now, it's XIMIK392IX. And with me, as always, is the one with the incurable itch, Ben Frampton.
The incurable itch for completions. Before we put any false information out there.
I'm sure that's a good cover-up.
Yeah. So, hey guys, gamertag is Nareem, Nereme.
And ladies and gentlemen, he is back. You heard him laugh, but he's also half deaf. Tyler Spindler.
What? Who? Hi. What's up, guys? Gamertags XI, Tidal Wave, IX.
God. All right, so we're going to move into a little something extra because it's been a few days since E3 fully wrapped up. We wanted to take this week and kind of soak in all of the trailers and information from everyone because I don't know if you guys know this. This year there was a lot of fucking games.
There was.
So we just kind of wanted to soak it in, take a look at all the trailers for ourselves, you know, watch the press conferences a few different times, and talk about it here. And last episode we talked about Xbox, and this one we're talking about PlayStation because they were up next. So we'll do PlayStation today, and then the episode after this will be the rest of them. We're going to put Nintendo, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and EA, along with Bethesda, in that one. And we'll probably get back to regular scheduling depending on how long that episode is going to be. If not, the next episode will just be a normal episode of us talking about games. Yeah. So, first off, all three of us watched the press conference, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? What was that opening? Let's talk about that for a minute. Because I thought it was really cool when the camera first turned on. You know, it went from the loading screen, and then it comes in, and it's this, like, barn churchish setting. It looked really nice, and like the press was in there, like it looked packed. And they go into this banjo segment, which, you know, they did that last year, you know, the live music and stuff. This was a little different than last year, where they just had this banjo playing, not along with anything. It was just a dude sitting...
Just banjo.
Yeah, just banjo man, sitting in the center stage. I think it went on just a little too long. I appreciate, you know, instruments and talented artists, especially if he was the one who did the actual recordings for what the game was, which I guess we could spoil it. It was The Last of Us Part 2.
Yep.
So the whole setting in this room took place in the same place that they showed in the gameplay trailer, right? Yeah, that, holy shit. That gameplay, oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
That was very intense.
Before we get properly into the gameplay, I'd just like to say that so I didn't watch this live, I went and watched it back on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I honestly thought I was being trolled when that banjo stuff started coming up. I was like, someone's just put like 3/4 of an hour of banjo music on and said it's quite okay.
Nope. That was real.
That was real.
That was Sony. You know? So, that was it. It was alright. It was fine. But then, the gameplay.
Yeah.
It shows Ellie and I forget the other girl's name. Slowly, dancing, and then inevitably they kiss. Graphics look absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah.
They looked awesome. The animations were out of this world. And then moving in from that kind of warm setting that they were in, you know, everything kind of felt safe and nice. Yeah. And then it goes out into like this overgrown urbanish city area. It switched. It went to that cold, dark, gritty, and Ellie was kicking some ass.
Oh, yeah, she was. Yeah.
That was it was brutal.
Oh, yeah, it was. I gotta say, I did like how in it when after she fought like the couple of guys in the beginning, and the one guy had the gun and he shot her, like you saw the character actually like flinch and hold her arm that she got shot. Like I thought that was actually pretty cool because.
Well, that was with the arrow, right? Or are you talking
that?
about when she actually? Yeah, it was an arrow where she got hit with the arrow.
It looked like he had a gun to me, but okay.
No, about the bit before that, Mike, where she gets shot.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then she gets dinged with an arrow, and she's in cover and like pulls it out, and then holds like pressure over it.
Jesus.
Yeah. That game looks
that's
fucking awesome. No date for it though.
Which is
like not even 2019 did they put on it.
Yeah.
I believe.
So
which is a little sad because
I
I kind of want that game.
Have you played the first one?
At a certain point, if they're able to show that, though, surely.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. They could be saving that for like a Paris Game Week or a PlayStation Expo.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, save the date for that. What was your question, Tyler?
Did you play The Last of Us 1? Or no?
I did, and I had problems with it, and I don't know if it was the PlayStation 3 I was playing it on or not, because it corrupted my save file twice after about 3 hours.
Right.
So
I remember
I never went back to it.
Yes.
But I did watch a bunch of Let's Plays and people talk about it, so I know everything that happened. I know what it was like, so.
Okay.
Yeah. This one, though, I will definitely be playing.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of it? I kind of blabbed on about it.
It's probably going to be one of the games. I'm not going to play very many games on the PS4, but that will probably be one of them.
Yep.
So, but, again, we didn't get a date with it, so it's just like.
Right.
Whenever it comes out, then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, what about you, Ben?
I was watching it thinking, this reminds me so much of Crysis, like the most recent Crysis game.
Ooh.
Just because of the Underground City sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought the combat looked great, like absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
The bit where she throws that ball at a guy as she's running along.
Mm-hmm.
That was just.
Oh, right. Yep.
That was amazing. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah,
It didn't detract from the realism by putting a massive button that you've got to mash over it either. It's like you've just got to know what button you've got to press, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But yeah, I was quite impressed. I'm the newcomer, I suppose. I haven't played The Last of Us. I haven't read up on the storyline or anything. So.
Now, I'll ask you that later. We'll go over the rest of the games that they showed. And so we'll move on from The Last of Us Part 2. Absolutely killer way to start. Mm-hmm. I think any press conference was that trailer and then moving into actual gameplay. And then Sony decided to pull the emergency brake and stop. Dead in their tracks. Because they cut to an intermission. Right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. Okay. You're going to throw somewhere else. The reason they did it, it turns out, is they moved everyone from that setting to another setting. Right?
Yeah.
So the press, who all got settled in with their laptops, their phones, got everything in place, their charger packs, their backpacks, so that they can look at this, type it, and then keep going. Right? Mm-hmm. They all had to pack up and move to the next building. So in the meantime, the people sitting at home got to listen to these wonderful people outside in the wind in Los Angeles with traffic, because that's a thing in LA. I can confirm. So you got to hear wind and know the entire time.
Yes. That's just what I want, though. I don't
No.
want anything about video games or any of that. I just want wind and cars.
Yeah. Well, if it's Forza Horizon 4, sure.
Yeah.
But they showed that inside.
Yeah.
Even the set, just by itself, you could see the background just moving in the wind. Like, that's how prevalent the wind was there.
Yeah.
It totally took me out of the press conference. Like, I thought it was a joke. I thought maybe this was the pre-show and they were just throwing The Last of Us 2 in the pre-show, but it was the actual conference. So then they're standing there, they're talking, and they actually talk about Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3 being Shadow released for PS Plus members, which is pretty cool. You know, another game that they weren't expecting.
Yeah.
And then they announced that there were 3 remastered maps coming to Black Ops 4 and from Black Ops 2, and they will also be available on Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, but why show that there? Why show that in that setting, I guess?
Someone thought it was a good idea, and clearly it was not a good idea.
Yeah, but, it was not good.
Although, didn't they bring up, when they were doing that weird, like, intermission, didn't they do, they announced that Beat Saber was coming to PS3? Or PS...
It depends on where you were watching it, because the stream died right after the Black Ops 3 thing.
Yeah.
So if you were watching it on Twitch, the stream died, right? Uh-huh. I was watching it on YouTube where the stream didn't die. So they showed, I think you're right, it was that, and then they showed Destiny 2.
Yeah, I think they showed
that little teaser, The Awakening, or Reawakening,
the
whatever
Forsaken.
It is. Wow, I was way off.
Way off.
Yeah, Cade 6, you know, down on the ground, not cool. It was the only character I've ever liked in Destiny. Yeah.
Just all mindless grinding.
Well, that's after the 3-hour story that you're told. Yeah. So that trailer was there, but a lot of people, I guess, didn't get to see it because the stream died on Twitch.
Oh, that's good.
So,
you know, quality.
Yep. Then, after all of the lovely press people who put up with that, got moved and shuttled over. Now, I was on Twitter when this was happening because the content of the interview or intermission was so boring, I had to open up my phone. Right?
Yeah.
And there were people that I follow who are in the press that were tweeting pictures of them walking through from one area to the next. It did look cool because the next area is for Ghost. I don't know how to say that, Ben. Ghost Tsushima? Yeah. There we go. It was for that, so it was all Japanese, like themed, walking out. They had like a nice little pond thing. And then they walked into the room. Yep. And there was another guy, center stage, playing a flute. If you thought the banjo went on too long.
No, that one went on longer than the banjo, I think, because... Let me see.
Wasn't he, like, incredibly white as well?
He was.
I mean, I
yeah.
I get that, you know, you're not going to be able to get your pick of classical Japanese flute players, but, you know, it was a bit weird, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did. It just went on too long, and I guess my biggest problem with the banjo and this was they made everyone sit down and watch this person instead of gameplay.
Well,
yeah.
What they should have done is what they did last year was put the gameplay up and have this guy play this awesome music live for you.
Yeah. Well,
right?
wasn't it...
Like, take out the sound, take out everything else, and just play the music right in front of you.
Yeah, wasn't it an orchestra last year?
Yeah, it was an orchestra.
Yeah.
Do you not see,
Like, that was cool.
see
Like,
why they've done this, though?
No.
Cheaper?
No, it's just filler. They didn't have enough
Oh.
gameplay
Yeah.
to fill the time.
That is true.
Fair enough.
But the gameplay of Ghost was pretty damn
We're
cool.
getting into this now, are we?
Yeah. This, along with, forgive me, I forgot the Xbox One that I told you about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. This one made me stand up even more and say, "Ooh, Ben, look it."
This is you.
Even though you're 3,000 miles away from me.
Just this one
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the baby I wish I could have. It's so beautiful, that game. The gameplay they showed on it looked incredible. Just
Yep.
the scenery that you were walking through. So the Sekiro one from the Microsoft company looks fun.
Yes. Yep.
But the art is just not even close to what this Ghost of Tsushima is looking like.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the one that Xbox showed you was, it reminded me a lot of Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yep.
reminded me of too. This
Yep.
Ghost of Tsushima I just watched the gameplay again just before, and all I could think to
Yep.
myself was that's like The Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I got a little bit of Arkham, like in the one scene where he comes up to the guy to save him. Yeah, and he's just kind of like one hitting them and then moving to the next guy, and one hitting him and then moving to the next. That little Arkham there, which is not a bad thing in any way.
that scene with the falling leaves. And oh my god,
Yeah.
I could watch that.
Yeah.
And just be like, I'll just
Now-
watch this all day.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Now, I should also say, if you're watching the IGN stream on anything, they blurred out all of the violence.
Did they?
Yep.
Why?
So anytime someone got stabbed
It's
anywhere,
like 50%
they blurred it out.
footage.
Yeah, which is 50% of that footage. So the entire time,
The
That's-
whole point of
Yeah.
the footage was to show off how beautiful the scenery and all the gameplay was.
Yeah.
Like, if you blur stuff
Yep.
out, you completely ruin that
Mhm.
footage.
yep. And anytime anyone would swear, say damn or shit, they had a beep button. So they were on a delay. Yeah.
Really, IGN? Like,
That we're gonna save that for another time, or maybe right at the end, because that's not.
no.
No, you know what? Let's talk about it now. I don't.
That's
In the real world, you should not censor something when at the beginning it has a disclaimer that these things can be rated M for mature, and most of PlayStation's conference was M, like
Yeah.
some heavy, gory stuff, right?
yeah.
That's all you have to do. Why do you have to censor this to viewers? I don't understand it. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I thought.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's just
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, it was not cool. Not cool, IGN.
Nope.
Please stop. Allow people to swear and show content for what it is.
Yeah.
The viewers have the right to see if it's right or relevant for them to
Yeah.
view.
Yeah.
Not you. Yeah.
Uh,
There was that, and then they cut to the other intermission. Honestly, I walked out after that because it was so bad.
Yep.
I mean, there were parts where he was talking, and you could not hear what he was saying because of the wind. Yeah, I did. So I walked out. I just grabbed a snack or something. But I
Yeah.
came back when the next gameplay, and they showed Control by
one.
Remedy.
that one looks good.
Now, the game looks awesome, but this is the first time Remedy has ever been on PlayStation.
Right. Forgot
Yep.
about that.
They've had the exclusivity deal with Microsoft
Yep.
for all of their games. So, now, Control is not a PS4 exclusive. This is coming to PC, Xbox One, and PS4.
Woo.
So,
Good.
that is good.
Yeah.
We will get to play this on Xbox. Well, I have both consoles.
Yes.
So,
but my guess.
play it on either one.
Are you gonna just mostly play it on Xbox?
I am going to play it on Xbox mainly because it looks a bit action heavy.
Yeah.
And I'm far more accurate on the Xbox controller
Yeah.
in any sort of action sense. So if I have a third party option, I'm playing it on Xbox.
Yep.
Just I'll be better at it. The game itself looks a little weird.
Yeah.
Not like weird like in a bad way, but like something weird is happening. Something strange is going on in that facility she's in.
Yeah.
And it is a main character. I guess she is a female.
Okay.
It looks awesome. It looks a little Quantum Break-ish.
I was gonna say that. Like, it looked like
Yeah.
Quantum Break. It looked like that style of game where it might
Yeah,
be like a
like they're kind of fucking with time and
or moving
and
shit
abilities.
around with their minds.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. I don't know. What'd you think, Ben? I know you're not the biggest Remedy fan ever.
Not massively. I think it's possibly just not quite enough to judge yet. No,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy. Jumps to too many conclusions on this one. I will make my mind up when I see the closer to release date stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks good. I'm excited for it. I'll play it on Xbox though.
Get the chance, it's always
Yeah. And then we got a remake
Yes.
announced
I'm
Yes.
that
gonna be that guy.
I was not
I'm gonna be
expecting.
that guy. I'm gonna say it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not care about any remake of a game.
Fair enough.
I will agree with you. It should show this in the stupid intermission sections.
Yeah.
It's a remake. It's
This is not a triple
from
A title.
GameCube?
This is not a big
Right.
thing. This is PlayStation, Sony,
Well, Capcom.
reskinning a game, just updating the graphics. And the thing is, when they say that they update the graphics, they don't update them to modern, full-blown AAA
no,
standard.
no.
They just make them higher definition from what they were originally.
Yeah.
I think this one is a little bit more
It
of a remake.
It looked nicer, but it's not up to the standards of today's of a new game.
No, I think this one was pretty heavily rebuilt.
Well, the cinematics might have been, but like, didn't it show a bit
Yeah.
of gameplay?
Maybe.
I don't know. I felt like I saw a certain spot where it showed what's his nuts? Fuck, what's the main guy's name? Chris or some shit?
In Resi 2,
Yeah.
Leon.
Leon, there. Is that it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. It showed him, and it looked like from the back of his head, it looked a little eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
See, I'm not gonna go into this too much on this particular game, but this is something that's really starting to annoy me. Like, I can understand that
Yeah.
they want to re-release these games, and they think they can get the modern generation of gamers to try the games out that have already been, but obviously the modern generation wants it in new gen graphics.
yeah.
The problem I have is that they're billing them now like they're new games, and they're not. They are old games that many people have played all the way through over and over again. And all these wonderful leaps in gaming that people have been making in terms of like immersion and gameplay advances, they weren't in those games. They're not going to be in those games. It's like me going. It's like me going to you now and going, right? Well, the Eminem show. You love that album, right? Lots of people love that album, right? I'm gonna slightly upgrade the music quality on that and resell it to you for half the price.
I don't think this one will be half the price. I bet this will be a $30 title.
That's even worse.
And that's also not an exclusive to PlayStation. This is will also be on Xbox One.
I know. Just the general concept of redoing a game and just saying, here you go, here's something.
Yeah.
That's not what E3 is about. It's about showing the stuff that you should be incredibly excited about, and I'm not excited about a game that's however old. Because
Pretty old.
20 years.
20 years old.
Mm-hmm. They had a 20-year-old game at their
I was
press
10
conference.
I was
Now,
10 when that game came out.
I was 3, so
I was 6. Yeah. That being said, I love Resident Evil, and they have never gone back to Res 2. So,
we'll see.
as much as I agree with you of don't show these games, I'm still glad this game is happening and it's coming out.
Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I'm not entirely against the concept in general, but you should not
Right.
be showing it at E3. Like,
No, this is
this
exactly.
Is what, the fourth game on the bill? Fifth, or maybe
Yes. Yep.
that's high up there. That's before.
Yeah, totally
that's
4
before
games. Yeah.
Before Spiderman, before like Death Stranding. No way should it be there. It should be like last or second.
Spoilers.
They'll have seen the conference. Come on. Spoilers. Anyone who hasn't seen the conference. I mean, it's.
If you haven't seen the conference at this point, just stop listening to us and go watch it.
Yeah. Yep.
Even though it's been like almost a week. Actually, it's been like a week since Microsoft aired. So
Yep.
It's okay, Mike. They'll forgive me.
yeah.
Yes, I guess. They're much nicer than I am. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm in trouble. Right. Should we carry on?
Yep. Let's see. I don't think we mentioned the Days Gone thing. That was before. Days Gone, they showed some, like, a trailer, and they also gave it a release date. February 22nd, 2019. And if you've watched E3, you saw that date quite a bit. Because there's 5 different games coming out that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Days Gone is coming. That looks cool.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Yeah. And then they showed Trover Saves the Universe.
Yep.
From Squanch Games.
Squanch.
Rick and Morty guys.
Yep.
Yep. I'm pretty hyped on that.
That one looks like it'll be good. I love the style of game that they do for VR.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. So I don't know. Did they show much gameplay from it, or was it just that little?
No, it was just
those
bathtub man.
Yeah. So I'll be interested to see what you actually do.
Yeah. Right.
Although I did say on there that it was exclusive to PS, VR, and PlayStation, so I'm hoping that's.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm hoping it comes to the Oculus.
I'm hoping
I hope
that
it's a
too.
timed
I hope-
exclusive.
Yeah, I think it said something like release exclusive or something like that.
Right.
Let me.
Yep.
What does that say? Debuting exclusively on it, so.
Okay, so it's gonna launch there.
Yeah,
so.
it's gonna launch exclusively on PlayStation. So
Yeah.
hopefully, in a little bit longer, a couple months later, it'll come out on Oculus. So.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, that one will be good.
It'll be good.
Amusing. I'm not sure about good.
It'll be good. I love Rick and Morty. So.
Yeah, I
love
like
Rick and
those-
Morty too, but it's one of those games where it's just getting started. They're just getting started with game development, aren't they?
Right.
Yeah, they are.
I think. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So,
because they've
we'll
only
see.
done. They've done Rick and Morty VR. They've done. Counting, I believe it was called.
Yes.
Counting
Yep.
Simulator or whatever. That one was funny. I haven't played it yet, but saw it. But so I don't know. It'll be interesting if they keep going with the
Yeah.
VR stuff.
Just put it on the Oculus. I'll buy it.
Yeah. So.
And then after that, they showed Kingdom Hearts 3, which I was very surprised Kingdom Hearts 3
Was on both.
was at Microsoft
Yep.
and then also at Sony.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I guess they just want to get the message out there like, hey, this
Hey,
game
this
is
is-
finally coming.
Yeah. That's all that it was. Although they did.
The time thing.
Yeah.
They did go and show different worlds, I believe.
They did.
So-
Quite different worlds, actually. And the
did.
trailer showed a little bit more.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like, I'm so happy that it finally got a release date, and the fact that
Yeah.
it showed, they showed a couple more worlds that I forgot that they were gonna, possibly go back to, like Pirates of the Caribbean. I forgot all about that one.
Yep.
And then let's see what else they did. Frozen. That one looks really great.
Yeah, they dove more
Which
into the Frozen.
I was
Yep.
surprised that the animation in the Frozen one, like, also looked just like the cartoon, like, that Disney put out. So, like, I was just like,
Yep.
oh, that's kind of impressive.
It's crazy.
So
It's crazy.
And then the collector's edition console that they announced.
Yep, that was right at the end.
Yep.
There will be a special edition PS4 Pro
Yep.
and a bundle that comes with, what was it? 1.5 and 1.8.
1.5, 2.5, and the
That's what it was.
ones
Yep.
in between.
Yep. All on PlayStation 4.
Yep.
Sadly, they cannot do that on Xbox.
Nope.
So, I'm
Sadly.
still hoping
I am too.
like they'll at least do 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I don't
like-
care about the 1.8s
No, yeah.
and 1.5s. That's fine.
yeah,
But if they could do like a 1 and a 2,
that'd be cool.
I think it would go even further.
Oh,
Yeah, on Xbox.
It would, because you're giving the gamers the option to go back and see what 1 and 2 were about,
Right.
and then you could be like, oh yeah, hey, here's the third one. I'll play that one. So
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe they'll say something in like a month or two. Be like, hey, we got this for you.
Yeah, they're coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I think it'd be cool. I think they kind of need it. Well, for me, they don't need it because I played them, so
Yeah.
I could play 3.
Yeah, like that's the same for me. Like I can go and play 1 and 2 whenever I want, but for those who don't have a PlayStation or a PS2 that they can plug in and play those on again, it would be cool if Xbox was able to get them on there. Which, I mean, it would make sense. Like,
yeah.
But so I'm excited for that one. That one's
It's cool. It's more Kingdom Hearts, man.
Oh yeah.
Toy Story. Yeah. Hype.
Yep.
And then, what? We're gonna go with what? Because
Yeah,
they
let's
showed Death
go
Stranding.
with what? Because I still don't know what this game is. 'Cause-
Dude, after that entire whole thing, and I was watching the entire, like, I was stuck to the TV just staring at it. At the end of it, I go, what?
yeah.
Because there's he puts a baby in him with a cord,
it's like,
and then it can see the things,
I don't know.
and the things affect time, and it's a delivery simulator,
I don't.
I guess. Yeah, I don't
I,
know what this game is.
it's a box carrying simulator. That's what it is.
Yeah, or body carrying simulator
There you go.
apparently.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's and from what I've seen is everyone loved it. I still have no idea what it is.
It's
I
some weird sci-fi, like,
Ew, it's gonna be some weird
Yeah,
sci-fi, man.
It's gonna be weird.
It's all gonna go about shit, and then
I'm see with Kojima, because this is Kojima's game.
Yeah.
He's done, Metal Gear's fucking weird, okay? But there's this, you can follow it. Like, you can follow this general arc and you'll understand Metal Gear.
Yep.
Right? I don't know if you can do that with this sci-fi world that
You have nothing to go
is
off of.
really, really weird.
Yeah.
Again, this is all speculation. The game could come out and it plays totally fine, and the way they have to show it is like this in segments that they don't want to spoil anything, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know what the game is.
I don't know.
To me, it looks like he's a spaceman pizza delivery guy.
Spaceman. Yeah, that's a good description of it.
That's what I took away from that one.
that's about all you could take away reliably, really.
If you took away more, please tweet at me, because I would like to know more. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then something that does make sense: the Marvel universe,
Oh, yes.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I love this.
Yes.
Do you know how?
This looks awesome.
Close I came to accidentally singing the Batman theme song then.
No,
That would have been embarrassing.
really, yeah,
But yeah, no, it looks
Huh.
amazing.
yeah.
I'll say this is the only thing that I could say as a criticism was that it looked very similar in the combat to every single other Spider-Man or game where you swing around.
I think it looks smoother,
Do you think it's smoother?
which
than
is fine.
the others, though, because we've got
Yeah.
to take in mind.
I've played some of the others.
No,
Yeah,
I
oh yeah,
don't
they're not
mean
good.
Spider-Man,
Yeah.
I mean, like, Infamous series or
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's Insomniac, so I got vibes of Sunset Overdrive
I think it was
when he was moving.
Sunset Overdrive.
I don't think so. I think it looked a little. It probably looked a little smoother,
Looked
but
prettier, that's for sure.
it did. It looked very gorgeous. They showed what the story actually is, unlike Death Stranding.
There's a story in Death Stranding?
Someone, yeah, apparently, there's someone who breaks out 5 of Spider-Man's worst villains.
Of course.
Of course.
Shocking.
But now it looked like when he got into combat, it looked so fluid, like so cool. And then like there's like he's finishing off one guy and moving towards another one, but he's not killing anyone. except for when he kicked a dude off the building. That guy died.
That'll
It
die.
definitely ruined some 4-year-old kid's day, seeing a man splat on the ground. But he was like hanging up all the other guys, like sticking him like how Spider-Man would, like stick him to the ground or hang him off something while he's going to fight someone else.
Yeah.
If it looked like it plays very fluid. One thing I noticed, and I don't know if this is just the demo, he was standing up off the building, right? There was no building taller around him. And when he jumped off, he shot his spider webs in the air.
Yeah. That's regular Spider-Man for you.
Yeah, that I guess, but that was the only thing I was like, wait, did he just? Who cares? This looks good.
He's attaching it to airplanes and birds.
Yeah.
That's why he's always so angry.
Yeah, that was the only thing I really had. My other gripe is I can't play it right now. So, that's fine.
Yeah,
whatever. Thanks, Sony.
I don't know.
I want it on Xbox. That's where I was going with it. I just didn't know how to say it in a fancy way.
But it's not going to.
This is where I think we differ because I think there's a solid chance this comes to Xbox.
See, unless Disney comes up and is just like, "Hey, Sony, put this on
Bing,
Xbox.
bing, bing.
We want more money."
Yep. Sony could have just said, we'll pay you for a year, timed exclusivity. And then Disney says, okay, it's going to Xbox after that.
Yeah.
It's going to PC after
Going to
that.
Switch.
No, it's not going to the Switch. It can't handle it.
You wouldn't have the hard disk space.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's the only real scenario I see.
Yeah.
I see it coming to Xbox. Is Disney says, hey, guess what? We own the world. This is going to be on Xbox too. And now Sony totally could have said, hey, we'll buy out, however many millions of copies it would have actually sold on Xbox. But you're talking 30 million, like easy potential, because that's how a business or corporation would look at it is if we put it on Xbox, there's a potential of selling 30 million more units or 40 million, whatever they're at now. I don't see Sony shelling out that much money for just Spider-Man.
No.
Towards the end of a life cycle.
No.
Because this was... So after Spider-Man... they ended the press conference on Spider-Man.
Yes,
we
they
did
did
forget to mention one other thing. I almost fell asleep during it because Dreams... It's like a creative tool thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, super boring. That's why we didn't mention it. So don't tweet at us about that. So they ended on Spider-Man.
Yep.
But the biggest thing I took away from this was somehow Sony fucked up a press conference after the amazing years that they've had.
Yep.
Was not expecting that. And this is the end of the PS4. Next E3, they will show off whatever the next PlayStation is.
Yeah, they will. Because...
PS5.
Yeah.
What we just listed...
That was it.
Were the only games, and 3 of them were exclusive. Yeah. 4 of them are exclusive.
That's not a whole hell of a lot. Like, when we mentioned Trover Saves the Universe, at that point, the conference had been going on for 48 minutes.
Right.
How many games did Microsoft show in that time span?
At least.
In 48 minutes, at least over 35 games.
Yeah. Like...
At least.
That's...
Yeah. Microsoft came out hard with the games.
This being said, it was more announcements of games to be in development a lot of the time. But, they said there was a lot coming.
Yeah.
Whereas PlayStation and Sony were saying, these are the things we've almost got ready,
Ready. Mm-hmm. Right, but it feels very short term. Those games are all without in the next... maybe not Death Stranding.
No.
All those games are out within the next 2 years.
Those
Year?
games are the ones to finish off this generation before they move on to the next one.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I took away from it. And Whereas Microsoft is just like, here's even more games, right? Here's 50 games, 15 exclusives, something like that, something stupid.
Like that.
Play best
Yeah.
On Xbox One X.
Exactly, of course.
I
It,
get what you mean.
yeah, it was a very, very different Sony, at least for me.
It was.
This is not what I expected. And I don't know why I expected something else, you know. I guess before they had been saying, yeah, we're only going to show off the same 4 games that we had last year. I don't know. I just felt very disappointed. I felt the pacing ruined the conference and took away from the amazing games that they had in there. 1 for the press and 2 for the people at home. Because also on Twitter, I noticed a lot of people missed, you know, the Destiny 2 stuff. They missed Ghost of Tsushima. Most of them didn't begin sitting down until Resident Evil 2 was on screen.
That's
Right. That sucks. Right. Yeah. Most of them missed it. And also the other thing too was the room that they ended up in had this amazing widescreen TV.
Yep.
Right? That wrapped the entire front end. They only showed gameplay in the middle section of it.
Ew.
Right. So you're talking, you have hundreds of people in that room, all sitting in the far back, all cramped in because it was a different setup than what they had before. And it just takes you out, and that person they're going to miss something. So that sucks. Don't do that.
No, don't.
Just as an overall thoughts on the conference, guys? I mean, I clearly, you know.
I was... So, it was short, I thought. In terms of actual gameplay, it was short.
Yes.
In terms of
Yep.
cinematic enhancements. But, unfortunately, I say unfortunately because I do not have a PlayStation 4.
Uh-huh.
All the games, the big ticket items, they all look really quite beautiful. They all look very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
They look like good games.
Yeah.
One of them in particular that
Yeah.
I genuinely may lose sleep over not being able to play.
Right.
I
No, that's why I'm glad I bought a PS4. The games do look great. But for me, E3 is about the press conference, right? That's why people tune in. That's what we do every year, once a year. And that's the conference that they came with.
That's the half a conference that
you
they
know.
came with.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So, Ben, are you going to buy a PS4?
I'm gonna have to try and persuade myself not to, because it's gonna be difficult to do that. I really want to play that game.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I might just get the next generation and then I can play it back compat.
What if they aren't back compat?
If they do back compat.
Then I'll
Right.
wait.
Okay,
Then I'll
well.
wait to the next generation and get an older one cheaper.
There you go.
There you go.
I gotta say, if they don't do a back compat on the next gen, like right off the bat,
I think they have to.
they have to
Yeah.
at this point. Like it's just like if you don't, you're just slapping your customers in the face.
Right. And Microsoft has already committed to it.
Oh
so,
yeah. So
You know,
gotta catch up
everything
to that.
on the Xbox One is going to work forward. So, yeah, PlayStation has to do it. Yeah, I'm glad I had bought a PS4 Pro.
Yeah.
Prepared.
Because yeah,
Still gotta play God of War.
I've prepared for these couple games, but again, this press conference is not a good press
it
conference. At
wasn't.
least for me personally.
It wasn't.
I'd honestly give this about a C minus, just because the games saved it. Maybe a C.
Yeah, I would go with a C, too.
Yeah.
Because
Ben?
oh, okay.
All right.
I
So our average is
no,
a C
screw it.
plus.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go B. the games were beautiful, and they were impressive. Yep. It's just this pity there wasn't more of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. No, that was a Sony press conference. Again, it was kind of short, but they packed a little bit of a punch with that Last of Us Part 2, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looks real good. Got me some hype. Yep.
And
if you had to pick one, I think it's pretty easy. Tyler, what was your game of the show?
Probably Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay. Ben?
That's my answer for everything.
I think we know.
It's Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghosts?
Yeah.
Ghost.
I don't think there's not a world where if that releases in the next year, in 2019, you don't go out and buy a PlayStation that day.
Possibly
like,
not. I'm trying to bring myself around to being comfortable in knowing I'm going to spend that money right now.
Now, are you going to go double dip all next gen?
What do you mean?
Like, get a PS5 and whatever the next Xbox is? Or are you going to main one?
I'm going to hope that there's at least a year between the releases.
So your wallet doesn't hurt as much?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this time I'm going to buy both day and date.
I'll try to do it.
You're just allergic to money, aren't you, Mike?
Yeah.
Just every time I touch it, I sneeze. I hate it. Yeah. No, I think that's what I've kind of learned from this generation is even if there's only 2 games that come out in the entire lifespan, I'd rather play those 2 games. Because now I'm going back and I'm playing like Horizon Zero Dawn. And I wish I had played it a year ago before I had played God of War this year. Just so I can see that progression more closely. Because now I can see it and there's a difference between what Horizon Zero Dawn was, which at the time would have been awesome. But then a year later, God of War comes out. So I just kind of spoiled myself with playing the best. And then going back to not so best.
Yeah.
Not that it's not terrible, but...
Yeah, I think if that's the case, you're going to have to see what they're like closer to release date then. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm going to shoot for. So yeah, that was PlayStation.
Yep.
Like I said, next episode, we're going to hit that Nintendo, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and EA, and Bethesda. So...
Woo.
Yay! That's Sony's E3, 2 down, 1 to go. And we'll be back next time. Benny, what's our Twitter?
Entirely_X.
And go to facebook.com/EntirelyX Gaming. And Tyler, the Instagram.
It is entirely_X_gaming_podcast.
Very nice. And please go to youtube.com and click the subscribe button. Doop, 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 doop.
Do it.
Right? Click it. Just click the button.
Click.
And I'm going to have we got a nice little press release of some trailers from E3. Stuff that wasn't shown on stage. So if you want to see what wasn't shown on stage and what you could have seen on the floor, go ahead and go to our YouTube channel and check them out. Those will be up before this episode. Yeah. See that? See how I do it? Well. All right. See you guys next time.
See ya.
See ya.